Okay, so today we are going to look at a Zoom R24 recorder. This recorder here allows you to do 8 tracks at a time. You have 1 through 8. You have 8 inputs in the back that correspond to each track. Or you can assign one input to whatever track you like. These inputs are dual plugs, so you can plug in an XLR mic cable, like a low impedance type thing, or you can plug in just a regular guitar cable straight into it if you want to do that. First thing we're going to do is the unit's turned on. What I did here is I plugged in my guitar. So I just came out of my guitar into input 1. And most recorders work all the same. You want to select an input, and then you want to select a track it goes to. So this button here gives you the option for the track. It can either play back, it can be muted, or it can be set to record. So what we want to do is set it to record. If you see a red light, you're recording. Well, you're not actually recording. It's just armed to record. So I'll go ahead and play the guitar and get a signal in. This is my input signal. All of these correspond to each track and the input signal for that track. So it monitors how loud this is, the signal coming into it. So if I play a chord, you can see we've got a pretty good signal there. If I was to turn this down, you can see we barely have a signal coming in. So you want to get this to where it's not really hitting the red. It might peak every now and then, but you don't want that peak light really coming on because it can cause distortion. So you want to get it as close to the 0, which is unity gain, as possible. So we've got a pretty good signal there. It's in the orange. It's about as hot as we want it. And what we're going to do now is hold the record button down. So if we push the record button down, it's going to set this into record mode. All we have to do now is hit play, and it'll start recording, and we can lay some guitar tracks down. So let's hit play. Gonna hit the stop there, it's gonna process. So we recorded 40 seconds worth of audio. There's 2 ways to get back to the beginning of the song. You can hold down stop and hit rewind, and it'll take you to the beginning. Or you can use markers to go to the beginning and end of your points in the song. Or you can just fast forward, hold down fast forward, or hit rewind to get wherever you need in the song. So now that we've recorded this one track, we're just going to lay a simple track down over it. And if you want, we can play back what we just did. So we're going to switch this to play. Once that's lit green, it's in play mode. And we'll hit play here. Let's hit stop. That's a little sample of what we just did. And once again, I'm going to hold stop and rewind to take me back to the beginning of the song. Hold them at the same time. Okay. Next, let's try adding something to track 2. So we'll keep this in play mode so we hear it when we play back. We're going to plug into track 2. We're going to arm the track, which is red, and once again we're going to get our signal. That looks pretty good there. Okay, so now I'm going to hit the record button again so I can get ready to lay another track down. You want to make sure that only the track you want to record is red, because if I arm this to record, it's going to erase what was there. So you want to make sure this is green. So anything that you do not want to record, make sure it's green. Alright, so next we'll hit play again. We'll listen back. Okay, so we just recorded a little lead there, and now we can mix it. Go back to the beginning again, hit stop and rewind. Let's put this guy to play back. And now what we can do is mix the signals. So you can, bring them down a little bit. Hit play. Get your first track in there. This will be the volume. That'll control the volume for track 1. And we can mix track 2 in. And that's the basics right there. Now that you've got these 2 tracks recorded, if you want, you can arm a third. Like I said, you can either tell the machine to record from input 2, or you can just move your input over to track 3. And start again and get a third part going. If you want to lay down bass, drum machine. You could actually do a drummer with this machine here, because you have 8 inputs. You can get a kit mic'd up pretty well. Another thing I want to show you on here is that each track has effects and different tools you can use.
Like lengthwise?
You can hit the track button.
And it should get a little bit smaller.
And then select a track. Track 1 is selected. Or you can select track 2. It'll go to track 2 on your screen. Or you can select track 3. So I hit the tool button, I hit track 1, and it gives me different options for that track. And you can go around with this and do different things. I can also hit effect right there and do different types of effects for the track. We can hit the pan EQ button right here and select the track. Once again, track 2, track 3, whatever you like. You can center it, or you can send it to the left or the right of the mix. You can also come down here and EQ it. If you want to EQ track 1, you just use the wheel. More high, more mids, more lows. It also has a reverb send. So the more I turn this and the higher the number, the more reverb that's going to go to that track. It has a chorus send, and it shows you where your fader's at. If I move the fader up and down, that tells me how much the volume is for that one. Anytime you want to get out, you just hit exit.
Where's exit?
Exit is right here. Takes you back to the home screen.
How did you get into that setting?
That one was pan EQ.
Cool.
took me into the track setting, and then exit to get out. The rest of it is just recording, setting your effects how you want it, setting your different levels for each track. This machine has a built-in drum machine if you want to play back rhythms.
Did you click rhythm?
It has, let's see what else it has. It has a USB feature, which will let you use it as an interface to record on your computer, or it'll let you just take your tracks out and store them on your computer if you want to use something computer-based to do your mixing and editing. And basically that's it in a nutshell. Zoom R24.
Thank you, Mo.